What's up? People hear me? I have the mic in a new spot. I also don't like how low that camera is. There, that's better. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me? I've changed things up a little bit, so just confirm for me if you can. Just the sound and everything, how we're doing. Woo! It's hot here. Holy smokes. Hi, Chad. Hi, David. Hi, Bored to Play. Hi, Joanna. Hello, Daniel, even though you're going to be leaving soon. Yeah, can someone... I know it's delayed, but can someone confirm mic level for me? No? Yes? Anyone? Can someone confirm for me, please? Okay, thank you, Joanna. Cool. All right, well, I don't really have a plan here. We're just gonna... I'll tell you a little bit of history of what's going on here, and then we'll just get into it. So when I was... Oh my gosh. How old would I have been? 9, I think, around 9 or 10. This game, this bad boy right here, sorry, upside down, the Star Trek Next Generation customizable card game was huge. Huge in my junior high. So my junior high was grades 5 to 8, and this preceded Pokemon. So Pokemon came out a few years later, I think maybe around 99 or so. But before that, this was the game. So everyone collected these cards in my junior high. Everyone did. And then Pokemon came out and no one returned to Star Trek after that. I am a huge Next Generation fan, nerd, whatever you want to call it. And... before Pokemon came out, I would, again, I think I've mentioned on the channel, I grew up, we didn't have a lot of money. There was 4 kids. I was the youngest of 4. My parents worked very hard to give us what we could get, but there wasn't a lot of expendable income around. But I remember in summer or, weekends and stuff, I'd like beg my mom to be like, hey, what can I do to earn enough money to go buy Star Trek cards, and that was my youth in the 96, 97 realm of life. That all being said, I've never ever played the game. There is a game attached to these cards that I have literally never played, and probably never will. So you might be like, why do you have all of these cards? So I have 4 of these. which have how many packs are in it? I don't even know. Well, I guess we'll find out. It doesn't say. I know there's 15 cards per pack. I don't know how many's in here, but it's a booster box, if you're familiar with Magic. I was on eBay, as eBay people do. eBay is where I kind of peruse for retro video games and stuff. And I came across this guy selling these 4 boxes of the next generation customizable card game. And it was very, very, very cheap. Because, fun fact, these cards have literally no value anymore. It's not like Magic where, you know, these rare cards are worth a bunch. They're not. Anyway, he was selling them super cheap, and I was like, that'd be a really fun nostalgia trip. And again, it was very cheap. Cheap enough that I was like, hey, let's just do this and open them on stream and have some fun with it. I'm going to keep the cards for my collection. And then I'm sure I'll have lots of duplicates, so I might gift them out to some friends who I know like Star Trek as much as I do. So anyway, it's going to be a fun little nostalgic trip. Do you have the Star Trek deck builder? Captain's Chair? No. Funnily enough, though, Board to Play, Jamie and I were kind of going on a little bit of a adventure today, and we were at a place nearby us. It's about an hour and a bit away. It's called Rainbow's End, and it's like it's the nerdiest store ever. It's like one of those stores where the owner has just collected stuff, toys, records, VHSs, video games, board games, and the store's just books full of all of this stuff. There's no rhyme or reason to the store. You just walk in and it's just like, find what you can find and buy it if you want. Anyway, they had a copy of Star Trek Captain's Chair there. I think that's the one you're referencing, because my friend Charlie really enjoyed it, and I very much want to play it, but we didn't end up buying it just because realistically getting something like that played right now is probably not going to happen. So I'll grab it eventually, because I do love Star Trek. I have played, I'm trying to think of what, I think I've only played Ascendancy. Star Trek Ascendancy is the only Star Trek themed board game I've played. I mean, what was that one that came out that was loosely based on Star Trek? Captain's something or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. But I've only played Ascendancy, and I've only played Ascendancy solo. I played it solo with the Borg expansion, which was fun, but I've not played Captain's Chair. Okay, so let's just get into this. Again, I don't expect anyone to show up, but we'll just open some packs and have some fun. These cards, the art on them are all just like stills from the TV show. Like, it's not hand-drawn art, it's literally just a still, an image from the show. So they're not the most beautiful cards in the world, but again, these are a massive nostalgia hit. I actually have one last story, and then I'll get into it. I remember I was opening packs, and anytime someone in the schoolyard had packs to open, it was kind of like this rule that you had to open up packs so that everyone around could like watch to see what you got. So I remember sitting on the bleachers during recess, opening up a couple packs I had, and I pulled a Geordie LaForge, and everyone freaked out. Everyone was freaking out. And like, I remember one guy ended up trading me like his entire Klingon collection for this Geordie LaForge card. So anyway, I digress. Let's get into it. I did change the camera up. For anyone that was at the Magic stream, I changed the camera up. So it's now here. So I'm actually going to open up from, see my thumbs here. I'm going to open up from here. Or at least attempt to. All right, let's do this. God, I'm excited. This is the best. This is what the packages look like. Oh my God, I'm like a little kid right now. I'm also listening to lo-fi Zelda beats, which I'm also enjoying a ton of. Sorry, I'm just trying to make some room here because I do not have room. I gotta move my keyboard and stuff. Nerd stores are great sometimes. Other times they cannot be. I think that's what you're hinting at, and I agree. Sometimes people overvalue their junk, but I appreciate a good nerd store, and we've had good luck at that place. Okay, let's do it. And the mic is kind of under my chin right now, so just let me know if it's bad. I don't know how good these are going to open given the age, or if the cards inside are even going to be. Oh my goodness, I might need to use an assist here. I don't know what condition the cards are going to be in either. So these are the more mass-produced sets of cards. So, wow, that glare is bad. Let me see if I... Is that better? Where is that light coming from? It's a bit bright. Oh my god, that's so washed out. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can turn this light off and what that does. Hold, please. It's probably going to be too dark. It might be too dark. Let me see. Is that better or worse? Brad said you're weak, Canadian fingers. Daniel, don't speak on behalf of Brad. Let him fight his own fight. Is that worse or better? Let me see. It's just the camera. Oh, it's okay, actually. All right, let's go. Let's do it. I don't remember any of these cards. I'm just... Oh, what was I saying? So the original set, the limited release, actually had a black border around it. These white ones were the more mass-produced ones. So they're a little bit more like common, I guess. I love this. The old runabout. Oh my god, guys. I remember these cards like it was literally yesterday. I mean, this isn't going to be quite as exciting as Magic because I feel like I don't remember what used to excite me. I think if I got any of the like main characters and stuff, that'd be pretty cool. Or any of the ships or anything. I also don't remember what's rare. So I could pull a rare card and be like, cool, and not even realize. Oh, there we go. We got the USS Oberth. I know Q. I think Q. So this is actually one of the planet cards that you would play the game with. But anyway, if any of you want to, if you could or don't mind to, or could even find it, if anyone has or remembers what is rare, like I know like Jean-Luc Picard would be rare, and obviously Geordie LaForge and all of the main dudes. These are brutal, Brad. So you can frig off, man. These are glued since 1996, man. So you can miss me with your hate. Jeez Louise. I gotta make sure I look after my mess here, too. Oh, there was still a card in there. Just an interrupt. We don't care about that. All right, let's go. Energy Vortex. We have a Vulcan Mind Meld. Oops. Oh, this is a quest card. Seek Life Form. Oh, I could put that up there. Toric. Is that just a generic phaser? Type 2 phaser, yep. Lead-based packaging. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. I should be wearing gloves, maybe. Another runabout. Another Romulan pod. Pad, not pod. I kind of want to learn how to play the game, actually. Maybe I will. I love that. I've pulled 2 packs, and I've got 2 runabouts and 2 Taurus. Oh, there we go. USS Nebula. Cool. Not the Enterprise, but we'll take it. Hey, another USS Excelsior. Cool. So we got the Nebula and the Excelsior. And then another Impassable Door Dilemma. Aight. What's everyone up to tonight, other than Daniel that is driving with Brad? What's everyone doing? What's everyone going on? My God, guys, these things do not open. All right. Next pack. We have a Distortion of Space. Old Nora. Oh! Learning Ex Libris. Ex Libris is a good one. I like Ex Libris. A lot of interrupts. Ooh. A new Romulan. Varel. I really want Q. I'm working on another game. It's a reskin of Puzzle Fighter. Did you finish your other one? Or are you like one of those people that like gets 80% through one and then you're like, all right, got to move on to the next one. Simon Tarsis. I've queued up an old sci-fi movie for later called Millennium. I like a good old sci-fi movie. We have Mendon. Dilemmas. Toric. I'm going to have so many of these cards, man. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might actually, now that the cafe news is public, I honestly, like the ones I don't want to keep, I might just put them at the cafe in a box and be like, hey, you want these? Some of these? Take them. Have fun. Because I think that's what we're going to do with some of our other sets of stuff. All right, we have another Klingon, Karis. Our first Ferengi, I think. No, second Ferengi. Baron. Another Romulan. I only care about the faction cards. I'm sure the artifacts and stuff are probably like cool. We have a McKnight. Dukath. A Klingon Disruptor. Gorath. Interrupt. Woo! Jadon. Static Warp. I wonder if I can like change the focus. So if it seems like it's focusing back here. Jamie's busy chatting with her brother. Sealock. We have our first Romulan vessel, the lowly scout class. And then we have Tauren. Here's a fun. Does anyone else, like, am I the only next-gen fan in here? I wouldn't be surprised if I was, but if there's any other next-gen fans, what's your favorite race? What's your favorite faction? I always like the Klingons. That's probably why I play aggressively when I play board games. All right, we have Tokath. More interrupts. I'm just going to skip the interrupts because we don't care about those. Our first Klingon ship, IKC Kvort. I was a huge next gen. I feel like I knew that about you, Joe, actually. I feel like we might have talked about that at some point. Did you play this game when you were younger? A lot of people didn't know about it, honestly. I've asked multiple people that I know were into this sort of thing when they were growing up, and no one seems to remember what I'm talking about, but for some reason it was huge in my school. A little Darien. Voyager. Yeah, I want to... Oh, we actually have the Romulan planet. That's pretty cool. I want to go back and watch... I only watch TNG. I want to go back and watch, like, Voyager and Deep Space Nine. Phase matter. Batrell. Clegg. Maybe I'll get Q. Oh, there's the USS Galaxy. And then Mott the Barber. Again, I don't know what is rare. I don't think these cards specified the rarity at all. I can't remember. I kind of want to look it up because, like, I feel like it's... Everyone here played Magic. Yeah, that's fair. I'm just going to look quickly to see what cards were considered rare in Star Trek, TNG, CCG. With the R symbol? Where? Oh! No, my cards don't have... Oh, that was the black ones. That was the OG ones. Sorry, I'm just... Each booster is supposed to contain one rare. Okay, most people are saying anything that's Enterprise D and cards for main characters. Q and Borg ship as well. So, cool. Well, we'll see. I did love the Borg, actually. I very much like the Borg. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly because I have so many packs. If I get anything cool, I'll yell it out. I've got like 14 Tauruses at this point. Another Oberth. Dilemma. Event. Planet. Dilemma. Planet. Planet. Klingon. Klingon Outpost. Joe, sometimes we're together. Sometime we're together. We should try and play this game. Cedo Jaxa. Have you cracked a lot of Star Wars Unlimited? I'm trying to keep myself from going off the rails. We haven't recently. Up until recently, we kind of haven't been opening anything because we just don't have the time to play any of the games. We did just open some Lorcana not long ago, and Jamie actually got it enchanted, which was exciting. But we haven't opened much Unlimited. I knew you'd be down, Joe. Maybe I'll figure out maybe how to play decks or build decks and stuff, and I'll just build like each faction's deck. I'm sure I could figure out how to do that. So again, I'm just gonna rip through these, and then if I see anything cool, I'll stop. Another Simon Tarsus. I love that it's stills from the show. It's so good. 2 Romulans, Paul, Teth, and Tall. Is anyone playing any video games lately? My 2 friends and I are playing through the Final Fantasy series, so I just finished Final Fantasy 4. I'm now playing Final Fantasy 5. I just started, though. I really want to get to Clair Obscur, but I feel like I want to dedicate time to that game, so I don't want to start it when I'm busy. All right. Ah, Tasha Var. We got our little Tasha Var there. Been playing Blueprints. Rodney has been trying to get Jamie and I to play that. I haven't yet. I plan to. I did just play UFO 51 with Rodney. He likes UFO 51 a lot, and we played this one game in it where you kind of paratroop into this arena, and your dudes can it's basically a platformer puzzle game, and you have to kind of sacrifice your guy to get further and further along in the game. But yeah, I haven't played Blueprints yet. We also played a lot of Super Bomberman, which was awesome. We have another Mendon. A couple more interrupts. In limbo to decide what are your options, Joanna. Maybe we can all help you. I've heard good things about Split Fiction too. Oh, we have another Klingon ship, the IKC Bortas. Engineering pad makes me chuckle. Clegg. Devok. Yeah, Brad, I can't, or Daniel, you can tell Brad, there's no way I can open any of these. They're literally glued shut. Secret Salvage. Talk. Crom. No, I don't think we got in Talus yet. Maybe we did. Ah! Our first Q reference. Rescue. I don't know if Q has his own card as himself. Or as themself, I should say. But that'd be pretty cool. Tamek. No, Tomek. Tomek. Another Romulan. We have the Roshenko. The kid. No major no major characters yet. USS Miranda. Any Darnock cards yet? I'll have to look. I don't remember. There's another Divok. Ducath. Oh. I would say that I think the rare card is the one at the back. I would say this is probably the rare here. IKC Vorcha. Let me see if it says anything on it. No. No. I love the ship cards though. Sorry. Just looking at something here. Alright, let's keep going. Found an old case of N64 games. Now we're talking, Joanna. What was in that bad boy? Talk to me. Considering Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, I love both of those games. Banjo-Tooie and Kazooie. Ugh. Tell me what's in that case, man. I want to know all about that. Oh, there we go. I mean, I guess depends. Yeah, I mean, she's a main character. We got our Deanna Troi. I like a good Deanna Troi. Few interrupts. I still don't feel like Deanna Troi would have been a crazy pull. I feel like I had a bunch of her when I was a kid. Oh, might need to go grab a drink. Has anyone grabbed the new Switch? Curious. Jamie and I are bouncing back and forth whether or not we want to get one. I'm sure we will, but... Whoa! I'm dropping cards all over the place here. Do you have Diddy Kong Racing? I mean, I have Diddy Kong Racing. I don't know. You're probably asking Joanna. Jamie? Oh, she can't hear me. I love Diddy Kong Racing. I wish they would do another one. Dare I say it's better than Mario Kart? Hi. You're smirking. Oh. Thank you. Oh, are you watching the stream?
I just put it on.
Oh.
Where should I put it? Here.
I don't know if anyone saw that.
Do you need the fan on?
It's yeah, it's very hot in here. Callaway. Vecma. I feel like that's just I've gotten a few Vecmas at this point.
It doesn't work. I don't know how to make it work. Oh, it's because the switch is on. Like.
Yeah, I need to turn the light off. Yeah, that's better. All right. You notice how rude Chaticus is? When he's like, I was asking Joanna. Well, sorry, Chaticus. No, no Picard yet? No USS Enterprise? No Geordie LaForge? No Data? No Borg yet? I also love Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah, I think I said that, but... Fleet Admiral Shanti. Another USS Galaxy. Can't remember the whole list as they were my girlfriend's stash, but a lot of the biggies: GoldenEye, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, Super Smash Bros. I mean, get into that Ocarina of Time ASAP. Are any of the movies represented in the cards? Not that I'm aware of. I'm assuming you mean like First Contact and that sort of thing. I don't think so, but I don't remember, to be honest with you. First Contact is such a good movie, man. Ugh. Honestly, all of those next gen movies I love. I should get those. I used to have them all in a like a VHS collection, and then I got rid of it, and now I regret it because now I have a VCR and I could watch them again. I'm sure I could buy it for next to nothing, but I loved First Contact. Actually, you know what, Joe? I feel like I remember there being some cards from First Contact. Honestly, I remember. Do you remember the? I feel like I remember there being a card for the data chip. Do you remember that little like green data chip that's in First Contact that they had to get? I feel like there's a card for that. So that makes me think that there are movie references, at least for First Contact, but I could be misremembering. Well, I guess we'll find out, right? Another USS Nebula. USS Excelsior. I feel like that happened last time. We got a Nebula and Excelsior back to back. Maybe it was an expansion. It could have been. I honestly don't remember. But I have a very strong memory of having a card with that green chip on it. We're getting a lot of the outposts. I think I have Romulus, Federation, and the Klingon outposts. Linda Larson. I'm not speeding along with this stuff either, guys. This is my chill night. Jamie's busy chatting with her bro. After this, depending on when it's over, I might play some Final Fantasy V. You have Rozhenko. Oop. Another Linda Larson. Oops, I'm get my cards all mixed up here. Oh, that's our first shuttlecraft. Another Callaway. Here's a spicy thing. What's your favorite, like, maybe this is like obvious because N64 games, I feel like the cream of the crop of the N64 games are like very much the cream of the crop. So let me rephrase my question. What's your favorite underrated N64 game? Mine's probably something like San Francisco Rush, or like what was that bug killing one? It was kind of a behind the shoulder bug killer. Jet Force Gemini. What's your favorite underrated N64 game? Is there a difference between a roundabout and a shuttlecraft? Yeah, actually. I think the shuttlecrafts were the ones that were like actually dispersed from the ships. And I think the roundabouts were dedicated craft, if that makes sense. I'm going to look quickly because I'm sure it says on the card. But like... Well, interesting. No, it looks like it's the same deal, just different. I don't remember in the show, but it just says it has this one. The roundabout has living accommodations, so maybe more long term kind of planning for that one. Oh, it's our first Ferengi ship. A transport, Zybalian transport. That's our first Ferengi ship. Another outpost. Another Ferengi ship. Cool. There's a mercenary ship. Bunch of Ferengi in this one. Ferengi is the thing I have the least amount of right now. Narek. I liked Shadowrun for the SNES. Never finished it. For longer and away missions kind of thing. Yeah, I'm assuming. No, for the N64. Sorry, Joe. I don't know if I've played Shadowrun, though. We have Narek, and then I think this is our first Romulan ship. Dreadidex. It's pretty cool. Oh, another Romulan ship. Science Vessel. I think maybe I might have gotten a Science Vessel earlier. Conker's Bad Fur Day is my favorite. I own Conker's Bad Fur Day, actually. That was one of the last ones released, I think, for the system. Beetle Adventure Racing was very good. Seems like you like racing games, Jadicus. Is that true? Because you'd mentioned you love Diddy Kong Racing. Not a lot of people pull out Beetle Adventure Racing. I agree with you. It's very, very good, but not a lot of people pull that bad boy out of the hat often. Another Simon Tarsus. I do enjoy racing games. What's your favorite racing game? Hannah Bates. Galron. Bunch of events. Another Sabalian transport. Another Klingon outpost. Besides Diddy Kong. Yeah, besides Diddy Kong. Sure. Duplicates on a couple of the Ferengi and then another Daredex. I'm about to walk to the garage to find the old Japanese baseball game I had. For N64? Do it. Freaking do it. I didn't play a lot of sports games for the N64. We have... I think we have one of our first, like, really, I guess, kind of more well-known characters. I guess we had Deanna Troi, but we got Bach. That's cool. That's really cool. What was I saying? I can't remember. Oh, sports games. I played a lot of NHL 99, though, for the N64. And Nagano Olympics 98. Terrible game, but I played so much of it. F-Zero might be a contender, but those are the 3 racing games that I played the most. I can't think of others, but there are others I've tried. F-Zero, I'll be honest, like, I understand why people love F-Zero. I mean, it was genre defining. It was incredible. But I don't like it as much. I find it so crazy and chaotic that it's hard to, like, I don't know, man. I feel like my brain goes nuts when I play that game. Mercenary ship, Narek. We have another Shuttercraft, another Shuttlecraft. Oh, we have the little exocamp. This mic is 100% in my way. Mirak again. Oh! Borg ship. That's cool. I don't know if the Borg ship has its own card. I'm assuming. I've not seen any Borg anything other than this, and it's under the dilemma. There's our first Ferengi combat ship. First Ferengi shuttle. Iridian shuttle. Another Federation outpost. Another Gorda. Vicor we don't have yet. Found 2 Japanese baseball games and a box full of PS2 stuff. What a day for Joe. What a day for Joe. QNet. I remember that episode. Well, I guess multiple, because anytime I'd try to annoy them, he'd put them in the QNet. USS Oberth again. Dilemma. Few planets. And then another dilemma. What is the baseball game, man? What'd you find? Everyone keeps finding games and then not telling me what they found. I don't have games to find here. I wish I did. That'd be sick. Just walking into your basement and be like, oh, look! I tripped over this box of NES games. The dream. The frickin' dream. Etina Joel? Not many Ferengis. Power deck. I don't think we had part. Maybe we did. Maybe we did. USS Miranda again. Tarek and Mendon again. I'll take pics and share them in the Discord. Cool, man. Thank you. PS2. I didn't play a lot of PS2. PS2 came out when I was first year university, maybe second year university. So I missed that one, but I did have a PS3. We have OSET. Played a hell out of PS1 though. Holy smokes. Another Zibian transport. Zibalian transport, my god. Another mercenary ship. Another Narek. Another USS Galaxy. And Crom. We're getting down. This is only our first box. I don't know if I'm going to open all 4 of these on stream, just because like it's going to get to the point where... here's what I'll commit to. I'll commit to opening 2 boxes. And then, depending what I pull, I might leave a colleague of mine at work. I shouldn't call him a colleague. He's a friend first. Friend first, colleague second. Loves Next Gen too, so I might gift him a box. Oh, there's a new ship. We haven't had that one yet. USS Sutherland. That's pretty cool. Nebula class. My buddy that lived in the same dorm as I do at university had one. Just didn't play a lot of it. That is also a new Klingon ship, IKC QVAT. So we've gotten a few new cards here. Another Daredex. Another science vessel. Another Vicar. Another Talus. There's Rescue again. Some dilemmas and interrupts. GameCube is actually, I think, maybe... Speaking of consoles that I missed out on, GameCube is probably that one for me. I didn't get a game... Like, GameCube I missed completely growing up. I got one much, much later in life. And so I got to play... And some of my favorite games of all time now are on the GameCube. But I found that super late. Like, I was fully into adulthood when I got to play the GameCube for the first time. And then I found Wind Waker, and I was like, oh boy. You know what, man? That's a game I could probably sit down and play right now. Not right this second, but I feel like I want to play Wind Waker again. Now, I do plan to play through the GameCube top list at some point. So maybe I'll wait. Sorry, I need to burp. Anytime I drink bubbly, I get burpy. The problem is, like, I can't really play, like, Wind Waker on stream because that would be, like, 20 streams worth of content, and I can't commit to that much. So I doubt I'd play the whole game on stream, but pretty much all duplicates in this one, unfortunately. Luigi's Mansion. So board to play. That's a massive gap for me. I've never, ever played any Luigi's Mansions ever. None, not the new ones, not the old ones. I've never, ever played Luigi's Mansion, and I know that's blasphemous. GameCube was the first system I bought with my own money in high school. Brothers, I played the noodles out of Smash Bros. And Double Dash. Yeah, I love both of those games. I prefer the original Super Smash Bros. For N64, mainly because, in the same vein where I said, my dorm buddy had a PS2, me and my dorm roommate in my second year university had an N64 in our room, and we played Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart, and GoldenEye. That was basically it. Like, we got so good at Super Smash Bros. That, like, people wouldn't play us. I haven't played a ton of Super Smash Bros. On GameCube, though. My older brothers all had all the Nintendo consoles, NES, SNES, N64, and GameCube. I got some exposure on all of them. I was played on SAS and GameCube, though. Yeah, fair enough. You didn't list. Did you guys not have the Virtual Boy? Fun fact with the Virtual Boy, my brother is 8 years my senior. So when I was younger, he was working at the time when he was in high school. And back in those days, as I'm sure lots of you can remember, you could go and rent consoles and stuff from, like, your local, we didn't have Best Buy, or not Best Buy. We didn't have Blockbuster. We had, like, a generic small town video rental place. And he went and rented the Virtual Boy for us to play. And I understand why that console did not succeed. Still maintain that Double Dash is the best Mario Kart iteration to date. I don't disagree with you, honestly, David. I personally prefer other ones. But I understand that's a personal take. I think overall, though, Double Dash is just the things they changed, the flip mechanic between the cars and stuff. I don't disagree with you. I think overall it's probably the best one, but there's nostalgia driving a lot of my opinion. Oh, there we go. Hey, that's a pull. That's a pull. We got our first wharf. Look at that. Neat. I'll have to put that one in a case, maybe. You're really missing out. The first one was fantastic. I'm going to play it eventually, Board to Play. I will rectify that wrong. Never played GameCube, but we have a local event that have monthly arcade nights with a bunch of retro arcade games. They've added a load of retro consoles there, so I'd love to try it. You should. I recommend the GameCube. It's very, very good. Took a band trip to Hawaii in high school. One of the rich kids brought his N64 and connections, and we stayed up all night smashing in the room. Like freaking nerds. That's incredible. That's an incredible story. I love that. I love nerds, man. That's so cool. I love that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you all have watched, or if you haven't, feel free to go watch it. But I mean, we did announce our cafe stuff, and part of that cafe will have a retro game section for people to come hang out and stuff. It was a very important piece of it for me. I don't know what consoles I'm going to put there yet, because I need to be mindful that, some of the stuff I have is a collector's piece and stuff, but I think I'm probably just going to do like an NES and maybe a Genesis or something. But I want kids to be able to come and hang out and have a safe space to be nerds and be themselves and bully free, and it was important to me that we provided that space, and I think I'll do it with some retro stuff. And I have a bunch of games here I can bring over that aren't super rare or anything, so if they get bunged up, they get bunged up. They're meant to be played, right? Yeah, I have a strong... I mean, I love Twilight Princess, I love Wind Waker, Super Smash Bros., I believe the first time I played Resident Evil 4 was on the GameCube, which is, like, I think, objectively one of the best Resident Evil games. I'm definitely drunk on nostalgia. I like the dual drivers. Special weapons and lack of modern family-friendly catch-up design. Racing skills first and foremost. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. The rubber banding in some of the Mario Karts is wild. Another runabout. I'm glad we got Wharf. I'm hoping we get... I hope we can get all of them. Ugh. I'm so excited for you guys with the cafe. A dream of mine is to own a board game store in my town. Pipe dream. To be completely honest, man, like... Yeah. I don't even know how to begin telling you how surreal this feels. I'm excited for Jamie. I mean, again, I mentioned like I'm staying at my job and stuff, but Jamie's gonna knock it out of the park. I'm really excited for her. Hey, let's go. William T. Riker, Worf and William T. Riker, almost back to back. Amazing. Love that. Can you educate me on the cafe location? I'm chronically American, and Google tells me it's a town of 1,000 people. Seems way too small to support a cafe like that. I'm obviously missing something. Yes, you are. So, Jamie and I live in a very touristy town. So, permanent residents, yeah, probably around 1,000. But in the summertime, so... we live in a small fishing village, and it's objectively one of the most beautiful places you could visit. So in the summer, it's all tourists. Like, tour buses come in, they drop them off, and people walk through the town. So a lot of the companies around here are seasonal, and heavily dependent on tourist season, which is why part of the key thing with the cafe was having the Airbnb, because we could rent that out all summer, no problem. So, I mean, I would also state there's nothing like this really in town. So even during the off season, there's nowhere for people to go hang out. And that's our town. Like, our town is very small, but there's also Lunenburg, which is 10 minutes. Like, there's a lot of little pockets of towns around us. So, yeah. We will not struggle to be busy, I don't think, despite the population thing you are correctly identifying. I actually think if you were to combine the population of our small town and then Lunenburg and then Bridgewater, which is, again, 10 minutes away, it's kind of this triangle community, basically. I'm curious how many people live in Bridgewater, actually. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so... Mahone Bay is probably 1,000. I would say Lunenburg is probably similar, maybe a couple thousand. And then Bridgewater is around 10,000. So there's approximately, I don't know, call it like 12 to 15,000 people in our immediate vicinity, within 15 minutes. It's just the populations here are a little bit dispersed because it's rural. I mean, it's a rural area. There's no... Halifax is the biggest city, and it's an hour away, and it's a city. I mean, depending on where you live, you probably wouldn't consider it a city, but there's actually, ironically enough, there's an FLGS that we don't really mention much on the channel because we have an agreement with the Boardroom Cafe in Halifax called Lancelot Games. That's 10 minutes down the road. There's actually a very, very large board game community here. Magic is huge. Board games are huge. Yeah, there's a pretty large nerd culture around us, which seems odd given that we live in rural Nova Scotia, Canada. But yeah. Yes, we actually once you messaged and said that, David, I was questioning whether we should even do this, given that you were concerned. I'm kind of at the point now where these are all duplicates. So now I'm just trying to get all the cool characters. So we've gotten Riker and Worf in our first box. I've got about 5 packs left. I would really like to get the Enterprise. I'm sure in these 4 big boxes I should be fine. Gonna get going a little bit faster here because I've seen all of these. Another Vorcha. I don't think we've gotten the K-Vort yet. Yeah, we did. Very early, I remember. I live in rural Ontario where board games are pretty popular as well. I think it would be solid to open a store, but I'm too scared. I mean, yeah, it's listen, man. I'm not going to get into the weeds of it because it's our personal life and stuff, but Jamie and I mean, we don't have kids. We're a little bit more flexible with what we're able to do in our lives because of decisions we made when we were younger and what have you. So again, I didn't think this would happen yet, but some things just lined up that allowed us to do it, and the building popped up, and the building was exactly what we needed it to be, given that it was half Airbnb, half cafe, because we know that, again, we live in a very touristy town, so we can rent that Airbnb out no problem, which then limits the risk of requiring the cafe to succeed or do, drive all the revenue, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. I think it'll be great. I live in a massive metro area, and board games are not as big of a culture item here as I'd like. Only a few decent stores for how big the city is. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, again, it's massive here. Maybe that's because there's, nothing else to do. You know what I mean? There's really not a ton of competition around here. There's restaurants and, there's not even a movie theater here now. It recently closed. So, I mean, people got to do something with their time. So I feel like that's kind of why there's such a massive nerd culture here. Because there's really not that much to do otherwise. Tons of outdoorsy stuff to do, don't get me wrong. I mean, again, we live on the ocean. There's tons of hiking and camping and biking and all of these other things. If you like that stuff, this is the best place to be. But, if you're an introvert, board games it is, Another USS Oberth. I haven't seen any of the First Contact cards, Joe. I don't know if you're still here or not. Doesn't matter, but... so I feel like I'm not remembering that appropriately. I could also just be flying through and not actually looking, but... Another Klingon outpost. Oh. I don't think we've had this yet. The Husnock ship. Sorry, glare. Ferengi. that's definitely the first of that one. At this point, I'm assuming anything I haven't pulled yet is probably more on the more rare side, given how many packs I've opened. So that was the first Husnock I've seen. And to be completely honest, I'm not really looking at all these events and dilemmas and stuff. So I'm sure some of those are rare too, but they all kind of... Vecma and Clegg, I've definitely gotten those before. I've definitely gotten Divock. What's interesting is I don't... Like, normally, like, with Magic cards or Lorcan or whatever, like, the rare cards in the back... But I feel like when I pulled Riker and Worf, they were actually in the front. First Contact was a set that came out the next year. Okay, that makes sense then. I'll have to try and find some of that. I'm going to try and find some of that, Joe. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I remember that. Actually, now that you say it, I think I can remember the packs. I can remember what the packs look like. I definitely have not seen this interrupt yet, the Juggler. Joe, since you're a next gen guy, when I go through this and set aside stuff that I want to keep and whatever, I'll reach out to you. I don't know if you're interested in any of this stuff, but if you are, let me know, because I'm gonna have a lot left over. I don't know when I'll see you again next, because we're kind of easing off on cons and stuff, but we'll figure it out. The 10th expansion? That seems crazy. I don't remember the expansions, to be honest. Cool, man. Yeah, just shoot me a DM. We'll figure it out. Yeah, and I'm gonna maybe try and get one card from the whole set, if that makes sense, and get the whole set, and then outside of that, I don't really care, because I'm like, realistically, I'm not gonna play this, or I just want to maybe display it at the cafe, or whatever. But if you want it, I know my buddy Aaron might be interested too, so I'll just split it all up and send it your guys' way. And then you can do with it as you so choose. Okay, that was box 1. We did it. So, big hits. I feel like that USS Sutherland was probably a bigger hit too, since I only saw one of them. So I would say USS Sutherland, Riker, and Worf were the big hits on that one. Alright, box 2. Are you sorting or organizing? Yeah, I actually have it in front of me. I'm not going to move the camera because then it'll probably fall. Actually, I could try. It's right here. If you can see. So I'm doing it by faction, obviously. I'm doing it by faction, and then I have the planets and the events and interrupts and everything kind of separated out. Jeff, where would you recommend starting with Star Trek, the shows, movies? I would see it in reruns and would be completely lost what's going on. So, I mean, there's probably people that know this about this way better than I do. I've only ever watched Next Gen. I feel like you don't... Like, I would just say whatever one interests you the most, man. Because I'm sure there's slight overlap. And obviously the worlds are obviously the same between Voyager and Deep Space Nine and stuff. But, like, I think they're kind of self-contained. I could be completely wrong about that. because I'm not like a some people watch all of it and they know way more stuff, but I've only ever watched Next Generation and those movies. I haven't seen any of the new movies. I didn't see the old Star Trek with like Captain Kirk and stuff. So, I mean, my recommendation is to watch the Next Generation, but that's just because that's what I've seen and that's my bias. I'm not much help outside of that, unfortunately. All right, let's do this. Jamie, I also, I don't know if you're there, but I'm a little peckish. I probably shouldn't eat, though. But I am a little bit hungry if you're watching. All right. Rozhenko again. Tabak. Planet. Bijik. What did I do with all that stuff? Yep. Gorath. I really want Data. Data's one of my favorite characters. Scout Vessel again. And Tauren. Yeah, I'll see. I haven't looked, obviously, because I didn't know it existed until... Well, I forgot it existed until 5 minutes ago. I'll see if I can find some of those First Contact cards. Because that would have some Borg stuff in it. I feel like that's why I remember more Borg. Because of that series, obviously. Or that set. It makes a lot of sense now. Another USS Miranda. Another Menden. A lot of Mendens. There's crossover for the 90s Star Trek Next Gen came out first in the late 80s. Deep Space Nine came out during season 6 of Next Gen, and Voyager came out halfway through Deep Space Run. How do you feel about screen grabs for modern IP games? I have to say it bumps me out. I like it with this because it feels nostalgic. Well, I mean, that's an interesting conversation, right? I guess the thing is, like, so you just said, like, this feels nostalgic. Will you feel like that about the current stuff when it's nostalgic? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it just a product of that? Here's the funny thing, I think. I mean, back in the day when I collected these, I didn't look at the screen grabs like in any sort of negative light at all. It was just cool. I'm like, oh, it's Picard in card form. But like, if this came out now, like if someone went on Kickstarter to be like, hey, I'm doing a Star Wars card game or whatever, and they had the rights to the IP and they released screen grab, like people would freaking lose it and be like, this is stupid. Why are you doing this? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we're just kind of past that our expectations have increased, maybe, of quality. I don't know. It's a good question. USS Miranda. My phone is blowing up right now and I do not know why. But yeah, what Chaddick was saying about the series runs makes sense to me because, like, as a kid, like, I used to watch Next Gen with my mom. And I remember Voyager and Deep Space being on but not. I wouldn't watch it. Like I remember Deep Space Nine being on the TV, and I'd be like, I'm not interested in it. It's not next gen. So I remember that like that run of shows. Hannah Bates. I feel like that I've gotten her before, but forever ago. It feels lazy or cheap. But yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like, I would agree. Like, if this game came out now, I'd be like, ugh, that sucks. I wish it was, like, drawn art or whatever. But again, when I was a kid, I loved it. But there was, like, I didn't even know about Magic when I was a kid, though. So would I have felt the same if I was a Magic player and collected Magic cards? I don't know, maybe. But, like, I wasn't in the Magic world. This was my foray into TCGs and CCGs. This was all I knew, you know, when it came to art and card style and all of that stuff. And then when Pokemon came out, I was like blown away. So had that been reversed, so let's say Pokemon came out first, or I discovered Pokemon first and then came back to buy these, would I have been like, no, this is stupid? Now, and I mean, think about it. Like, these are not collected anymore. Like, none of these cards, I'm like I'm saying rare cards, none of them are worth anything. So, is it because of the art? Is it because it's Star Trek? Is it because of the game? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this one didn't survive. Magic survived. Pokemon survived. I mean, honestly, like, Digimon has survived. So, why not this one? Maybe it's the art. I don't know. Don't know, man. It's a good question. I'm going to check my phone because my phone's blowing up a little bit here. No. It's just Jamie doing passport stuff. Sorry, that was my friend Aaron. He's a big Final Fantasy guy, just like I am, and so we're both freaking out about the Final Fantasy Magic cards, obviously. And if you're into that, I did stream opening up packs the other night, and he's opening all of them up now. So he just messaged me and said he's excited to show me his binder of what he got. I'm surprised that it has no adherent value, as I feel Star Trek stuff is heavily collected. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Again, like, I haven't thought about this CCG in decades. And then again, I just stumbled across the eBay listing, and I was like, oh my god, I used to love that. And then I looked into it to see if there was... Because I was like, how could I get... I mean, I bought 4 basically booster boxes for like $40. So... I was like, how is it this cheap? And then obviously I was like, well, the cards must be useless. It's just paper at this point. I mean, it has value to some, you know. There is a game attached, and I know that some people still play it. Am I going to do that? Absolutely not, because I do not have the time. But again, I guess my question would be like, would these cards be of value if they weren't screen grabbed and they were drawn artwork or whatever? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if there was a better game attached to it. Again, I've not played the game. I don't know if it's bad by any means, but... Did anyone see the thing Jamie brought in? I feel like that happened and no one... I just bought this off Jamie's brother. I don't know how she turned on the sound effects, but... Where's the button? I don't know where the button is. She turned on the button or turned on the... Where is it? Oh no! What's happening? Chaos. Anyway. That's pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna put it down in my game room. DC traffic caught us. Uh-oh, Daniel. Uh-oh, Daniel. I feel bad for you that you're stuck in traffic, but I don't feel bad for Brad. Because he made fun of my fingers. Like a jerk. Alright. Again, I have most of these. I'll stop if I see anything that I don't recognize. I fixed it, Chad. We're good. We're good, man. Another USS Galaxy. It's actually kind of crazy, the thing about it, like how many packs I've opened, and I've only gotten like 2 of the main characters. There's still so many. I think Jamie and I are going to play Slay the Spire tomorrow, the board game. I've played the board game. Jamie has not played either the board game or the video game. But I think we're going to play some tomorrow, and I'm pumped. I think she's going to like it a lot. I think she'll like it so much she'll probably end up doing it solo for Board Game Geek. That's my suspicion. I don't know if anyone else has played. I mean, the board game is basically the video game. So if you played the video game, you've played the board game realistically. So many equipments, man. Holy smokers. That was all equipments, that pack. There's a interesting film I can feel on these bad boys. I don't know if I've gotten this one yet. I don't recognize it. Tyrellian? Yeah, Tyrellian Plague Ship. I don't recognize that one. Only played the video game, but like the co-op edition of the board game. Yeah, I played it cooperatively. I didn't play it solo. It's... Good point. It's the same as the video game, but it adds the ability for people to play together and attack their lanes respectively. But, Hey! We already had Riker, didn't we? I need to look. I feel like that's a different Riker. Is that the brother? Oh yeah, it's not. Yeah. No, it's not the brother. It's not the brother. It's when he gets like there's a clone or something that happens, right? I'm pretty sure this is not the one I got. It's no. So this is William T. This happens in an episode. He gets like here, maybe it says it on the card. He gets like body doubled or something. Lieutenant Commander Thomas Riker is William Riker's double, created during a transporter accident in 2361. Yeah. Neat. That's sick. Sick. Cool. Neat. I'm such a nerd. I love this stuff. I love being a nerd. I love that you're all here to be nerds with me. All right. I don't think I've gotten her yet. Loxana Troy. That's her. Is that her mom? Yeah. That's Deanna Troy's mom. I haven't gotten her yet, so I would say that's definitely one up there. Yeah, I don't remember the episode where he gets split. I actually have been slowly rewatching it, but it's very piecemeal. Normally I'll have it on in the background because it's kind of like comfort food. But I would like to kind of sit down and watch it all. These ones feel a bit weird. Yeah, these feel a bit flimsier. I mean, again, these things are from 1996. It's kind of unopened since 1996. That's pretty crazy. Another Vorcha. I haven't gotten a lot of those. Or the Cave Warts, honestly, so I haven't gotten a lot of these ones. That Ferengi ship I've only seen one of, so obviously that... again, like I mentioned, I feel like I'm starting to understand some rarity of stuff just based off of what I've seen and what I haven't seen. If I pull a card now that I haven't seen, I feel like I know. Then in that instance, it's probably a rare one. And I'm assuming it's like, there's a rare, but then there's like. It's like any TCG. There's rares that you can get many, many, many copies of, and then there's rares that you see one in a lifetime. Another runabout. Yeah, they have this like kind of grainy feel on the back. I have not watched Picard. I very much want to, Chadicus. Thank you, actually. Can you do me a favor, Chadicus? Can you actually message me that? And the reason why I say that is I meant to watch Picard forever ago. And then, life got busy, and I forgot about it until right now, and you mentioning it, and I very much want to watch it, but I know I'll forget again. So if you can please tag me or DM me or whatever, just to remind me to put that on my list, because I do want to watch it. I've heard very good things about it. Haha, I remember that Betazoid gift box. That feels weird. Feels like there's another card attached to it. I'd be pretty bummed if I didn't get the Enterprise, at least. Gotten a bunch of the Galaxies. Thank you, Chaticus. I saw the noti. Is anyone going in any cons or anything upcoming? Oh, there's another USS Sutherland. That's only the second one of those. I think we're done for the year. I mean, Jamie said she might go to PAX East. I will not be at PAX East. Another USS Nebula. We definitely will not be at Gen Con. But yeah, is anyone going to Origins? I know that's soon. Did I say PAX? Now I'm wondering if I said PAX East. That's not what I meant. I meant PAX Unplugged, if I did say PAX East. Yeah, sorry. I did. Yeah. I caught myself after the fact, and I was like, did I say that? Yes, I meant Unplugged. I haven't gotten a lot of these. I know I got one like at the very beginning, the IKC Vorn. I've only gotten a few of those. Ooh. I don't think I've gotten any raw. I can check real quick, actually. The Ferengi stack's pretty small. I don't think I've gotten any of him yet. Let me see. Okay, I got one other. I think I only have two of them. Yeah, it's funny. I'm going through looking for Rawls, and I'm noticing I have one copies of some of the other Ferengi. Yeah, I would say that he's on the rarer side. I think I only had one other Bach too. I think this is the only Reginald Barclay I have. Only con I've been to is AirCon, which I love, but I had to miss it this year. The big ones intimidate me a bit. Too many people in a relatively small space. Yeah, I get that 100%, Joanna. I totally understand. I've not been to AirCon. I mean, obviously, we've heard a lot about it through Rodney. I would love to get there at some point, but I don't know if I've gotten any Shelbys. Seems like the officers and VIPs might be a little bit more on the rare side. I don't know if I have any other Shelbys. Another USS Nebula. USS Excelsior. They seem to put these like next to each other in most cases. Brad's here. Godspeed to the chat. It's been fun talking about normal, serious things. Brad has arrived. They must really be stuck in traffic. I do think, though, that has happened a lot, Chaticus. I agree. I've noticed that as well. Might need to start moving some stuff into some storage solution because I'm running out of space here. I know I've gotten at least one other of her, but I think I only have gotten a couple. I don't recognize. I don't think I've gotten a lot of these interrupts either. The devil. That one as well, maybe. The Klingons are hard to remember because their names are always so close together. But I don't think I've gotten a lot of Clags. That might be my only Sealock. Alright, we're about halfway through the second pack, as mentioned. I think I'm going to stop after the second one. See where I'm at. I'm not going to open any more tonight, but we'll see what I get. And then maybe I'll do this again with the other two at some point. Anyway, my back has been bugging me lately, and I'm sitting in this chair leaning forward is not helping. You guys notice how Brad came in, dropped some wisdom, then left? Such a Brad. He's such a Brad. That's definitely the first of that I've gotten. I don't think I've gotten any other Kazaras. The Vulcan stack is too large for me to look... or Vulcan. The Romulan stack's too large for me to look through, but I don't think I've gotten any other Kazaras. In the car, if I talk too much shit, I'll throw up. Oh my God. And you said my hands were too weak to open up packs, and here you are saying you're going to get car sick like an infant. Unbelievable. Where were you guys? Were you guys all together playing games? You don't have to answer, Brad. I don't want you to get sicky. You poor little boy. I'm pretty tuckered out for beating Daniel, Bren, and Ben at so many games. Exhausted being the board game wizard. You wouldn't understand. Oh, that was a good one, man. I appreciate that joke. Oh, there's another Husnock. So I only have 2 of these. That was a good burn, Brad. I'll give you applause for that one. I don't think I have too many of these Params either. He kind of looks like the dad from Modern Family. It's not my fault you have weak little Canadian fingers, not like my big strong American fingers from all those medical bills. Fair enough, man. You just look after that little tummy of yours. We don't want you throwing up. Is it just you and Dan? I love that. I'm sure you've heard us say this on the channel before, Brad and Daniel. But one of the things we love most about like literally everything that's come of this channel is the fact that that sort of thing happens. Like you guys, I'm assuming you guys met through the Discord. I'm not sure if I am making that assumption and it's not true, then ignore me. But a lot of the time what will happen is we'll go to cons, especially like something like Level Up, and people will come up to us and be like, hey, like we met these people through your Discord and now we go to conventions and stuff together, and like that's the stuff that keeps us motivated to keep going. I love it. I love that stuff. I know that this is only the second Jobril I have. So I would, again, assume pretty rare. This is the only... I don't know how to pronounce her name. I can't remember. Kalir that I have. This is the only one. I know that for a fact. I have noise canceling headphones on, and I can still hear Jamie and Zach laughing in the other room. We met Daniel before the Discord, but Ben and Bren through Discord. That's cool, man. I love that stuff. I love it. I love it. Can we get Picard or the Enterprise, please, before this pack ends? Gosh dang it. I mean, it goes, like, I remember those cards being incredibly rare. Like, again, I when I pulled that Geordie LaForge, the whole school freaked out. So I do feel like they... You know, in the realm of things being rare in these TCGs and CCGs, like I feel like the rare, like well-known characters are actually super rare in this set. So I'm not overly surprised that I haven't gotten the ones I'm looking for the most part. but hopefully we can. It's not my tummy, it's my crap factory. I'm a tough guy. Oh, you got a poopy bummy? Poor boy's got a poopy bummy. Just let it be known, everyone here. Let the Discord know Brad needs to wear diapers when he drives anywhere for too long. He's got a poopy bum. Senior officers are rare. Yeah, it seems to be the case, Chad, I guess. I think it just comes down to, like, who are the most popular characters in the show. Which, I mean, makes sense. You'll probably get his boyhood neighbor or something. Not sure why this game died. We won't put the characters people want in the packs. We'll make millions. Well, I mean, a lot of these do. I mean, the whole point is chasing Crackin packs to chase characters, right? So if they give you too many of the good thing, you're not going to buy packs. I definitely don't have any of him. Tam Albrin. Look at this. Look at the screen grab they used for this card. Take this image as you want, but I feel like that could be memed. I feel like this is a meme waiting to happen. Oh. It is a bit obscene, Joanna. I agree. That's only, I think, my second Moth the Barber. I do remember this card, I think, as a kid, being a bit rare. Moth the Barber. Could be wrong. I've gotten a couple of her, I think. That might be my only Hakona. I don't think I've gotten any other ones of these. Maybe one other. I've gotten so many of these dilemmas. Holy frig. So just so you guys are aware, I guess, maybe of, like, what of the most cards I'm getting. Right now, it's pretty even. I don't know the exact number, obviously. But in terms of, like, stack height, I have the most Federation, but not by much. The Klingon and Romulan are pretty much dead even. And then the Ferengi is the least amount. Which probably makes sense. I'm willing to wager that if you play the game, I feel like you can only maybe be one of the three major factions, like the Federation, Klingon, or the Romulan. I'm wondering if the Ferengi are like an AI faction that maybe you can, like, make agreements with or something. Just based off of card amount seems to be the case, perhaps. But yeah, it's actually super even. So far, anyway. I think I've only gotten a couple Kel. I actually have no idea if my buddy Aaron's going to want any of these. Because, again, they're kind of pointless, but... I don't think I've gotten any Eric Pressman. I think that's the first of him I've gotten. Definitely the first USS Yamato. Definitely the first of that. Still not the Enterprise, though. But first USS Yamato. Bunch of Romulans. I might actually go put Star Trek on when I'm done here. I keep smashing the mic too. I'm sorry if that's causing any issues on your end. Working in a tight space here. This is my first Riva. I think. Did you find these cards in a time capsule or something with a message from little Jeffy? So Brad, you must have missed. You must have missed what I said earlier. Sorry, just 1 second. Actually, this is the I've not gotten any of these yet. IKC Haita. That's definitely my first of that. So I was perusing eBay, Brad. So I get a lot of my retro games and stuff on eBay, and I'm always kind of looking for deals and stuff. And I stumbled across these on eBay for super cheap. So that's basically the story. And I was like, oh, I'll buy these for a little nostalgia hit and open them up on stream and have a little bit of fun. And again, like I have some people in my life, like my buddy Aaron, who like Star Trek and likes TNG. So I was like, well, if nothing else, I can gift some of these cards to friends that like TNG, and they can, do whatever they want with them. Figure you're trying out ASMR crinkled pack, smack the mic. That's something I've never... I know lots of people love ASMR, and I'm not disparaging anyone. I don't get it, but that doesn't mean anything. I've definitely gotten more Tokath. Ah! There we go. There's another one. Beverly Crusher. Nice. So we've gotten William Riker, Thomas Riker, Worf, and Beverly Crusher so far. And Deanna Troi. We've gotten Deanna Troi as well. Daniel's been agreeing with me a fair amount lately, which makes me a little bit nervous, honestly. Like it's some sort of long con bit that he's doing, because Daniel never agrees with me on anything. I think that's maybe our first Cerna Rami. I don't think I've gotten any others of him. Another USS Nebula. Ah! That's cool. That's definitely my first Albert Einstein. That's neat. That might need to go into a something just because it's cool. Love that. That's neat. Another Nebula and Excelsior, which, again, feel like they're always back to back. All right, guys, and gals. We're down to our last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs. We're down to our last 5. I am going to stop after these two and just take a break for the night. I will stream the other 2 boxes at some point in the future. I don't know when exactly, but I will do that. But we'll finish off with this box tonight. That's our first Benjamin Maxwell, I think. I believe. I think I got a USS Galaxy earlier on. Oh, God, my back. We're a little worried about him. Same. Big same. Oop. Another Rosenko. It's only the second one of him I've gotten. I don't think I've gotten a lot. Maybe only a couple Movars, and I don't know how many Sellas I have. Might only be this one. I do think there's a commonality between it being a VIP card or an officer card and how rare it is. I could be wrong, but I feel like that seems to be the trend. You'll need to do some back relief stretches when you're done. I actually I had to talk to my doctor about it. It's been bothering me a lot lately. And I might have to go to physio. And then if physio doesn't work, then I might need to go see her and get some x-rays done. Because it is very, very, very painful. And constant. It is not going away. Definitely only gotten a couple of these ones, I think. Alright. Last pack. Last pack for tonight. Hopefully get something cool. Usually by now we would have gotten something good if we were going to get something good. Seems to be in these packs, or it's almost in the beginning, not the end, which is interesting. I would imagine Picard and Data. Yeah, I think any of those, like I said, I think any of those main people, like even like what Riker and Crusher, I think are definitely rare. Data, Geordi LaForge, Picard, the Enterprise, anyone that had a lot of screen time, if I remember right, is like on the rare side. Another USS Excelsior. All right, that's it for tonight. Thank you for being here. I'm going to switch over the cam quick. Yeah, I mean, kind of impromptu. So thanks for being here and hanging out and chatting for a bit. Again, I have two more of these boxes to open. So I'll post it up when I'm going to do it. I won't open them off camera. I'll do it at some point on camera. Maybe tomorrow, depending on how our day goes. I know Jamie and I need to film a little bit tomorrow. But outside of that, I should be free and clear. So maybe I'll do it tomorrow night just to finish it up. What do we got going on the rest of this week? I know Jamie's got a couple preview videos. I think I know what we're filming tomorrow, but I don't know if it's coming out next week, so I'm not going to say what it is in case it's not. And then I'll be doing my Wednesday stream. I cannot remember what I'm playing, but it'll be some sort of retro game. Jared, you're too late, my friend. You missed it. You'll have to go back and watch it. But I'll be back. But yeah, pretty much status quo for us for next week, I think. That being said, I keep saying this. I do want to do my first Kickstarter backer paint stream. So live stream painting. So I think I'm going to do that next week for sure. So if you backed at that level, then I mean, I want to make sure we give people enough time to know it's coming. So maybe I'll talk to Jamie tonight to just actually schedule that in for next week. And then we'll paint some stuff and hang out and chat. Other than that, I think that's it. So yeah, we'll all be chatting soon. If you're in the Discord, I'll probably be chatting with you in the next 5 minutes. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Keep an eye on the Discord for when I'm going to do this again. I like these kind of just chill hangouts, you know. So maybe I should do this a little bit more when I have some free time. And usually it's when Jamie's busy editing or something that I hop on and do this stuff. So anyway, again, thank you for being here. We'll see you again sometime soon. Hope you all have the good rest of your weekend, good rest of your evening tonight and tomorrow, and a good start to your work week on Monday. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Later.